Nice to see you again. Before we begin today's lesson, I would like us to do a quick review. Now remember, in math, we have been learning about classify and sort. And remember, we talked about the word classify. And when we classify, that means we put things or we sort things, objects or pieces, into how they are the same, into groups of how they are the same. So let's take a look here at our two circles here. In these two circles, I have two groups, and I want you to take a look at them, and I want you to tell me, are these objects sorted by size, shape, or color? Are these objects sorted by size, shape, or color? What do you think? That's right. They are sorted by size. Now, how do you know that these shapes are sorted by size? That's right, because you can see that these here, okay, are all the big shapes or large shapes, and all of these here are the small or the little shapes. That's right. Now, let's take a look at these. How do we know that these are not categorized or are not sorted by color? That's right, because they are all different colors. Good. And how do we know that they are not sorted by shape? That's right, because they are all different shapes. And same here, these we know are not sorted by shape because we have different shapes, and they are not sorted by color because they are all different colors. Very good. So we know here we have two categories. We have large shapes or big shapes, and over here we have little shapes or small shapes. And that's how we know that these groups are sorted by size, and they are not sorted by shape, and they are not sorted by color. Good job, boys and girls. Good review. Okay, boys and girls, let's take a look at our essential question for today. Our question reads, how can you make a graph to count objects that have been classified into categories? So today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about this word, graph. A graph, and I'm going to highlight it so that you can see it when we're doing our lesson and try to remember. Okay? A graph, boys and girls, is a chart that helps us write down or organize the information that we are learning. So today we're going to use this graph to help us figure out what we have in this little bag, okay? So in this little bag, friends, I have some little cubes. Now I want you to notice they're not actual cubes. I had to cut them out of paper. I don't have any cubes here right now. So I just use these and I want you to pretend that they are cubes, okay? So we're gonna pretend these are cubes. All right, so in my bag, I have some cubes, okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to make a graph to show the information of what I have here inside my bag. So the first thing I have to do, boys and girls, is I have to think, okay, well, I have some cubes in here, and I'm seeing that, okay, maybe the first thing I need to do is sort them so I can see what it is that I have here. So if I take a look, I can see that I have some orange cubes and I have some green cubes. So I'm going to sort my cubes by color because I know that they're cubes, they are the same, right? They're both cubes. I don't have triangles or squares. They are cubes, but I do notice that they're different. They are different colors. So maybe what I could do is sort them by color. So I'm going to put them here and I'm going to sort them. So here's a green, and I have another green, and I have an orange here, okay, and I have another orange here, okay, another orange cube here, and I have a few more cubes here. I have another orange cube, and I have another orange cube. Oh, can I put that there? That's right. Why not? That's right, because this is the green group. So it needs to be over here where the orange is, right? Very good. Okay, and I have another one here, and I have one last one, and it happens to be what color? Green. So does it go with the orange group or the green group? That's right. Why does it go with the green group? That's right, because I am sorting it by color. So when I sorted them, look here, I have here my group of green, and here I have a group of orange. So now I have sorted my shapes into two categories, the green category and the orange category. Now I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to put them on my graph so I can show the information of what I have. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to name here my graph. It's going to be, I have to think about what do I have here? Cubes, that's right. And these cubes are what? What colors are they? That's right. So I'm going to write orange, and green cubes. Okay? Orange and green cubes. Okay? Orange and green cubes, because that is what I have. This is what I have here. Orange and green cubes. Now I'm going to use my graph to organize my information. So the first thing I have to do is look at my first category. What was my first category? What do you see that is the same about those objects? Or, those cubes? That's right. Those cubes are green. So my first category is going to be green cubes. Green cubes. Okay? All right? Green cubes. And what is my second category, boys and girls? My second category, that's right, orange cubes. So I'm going to put my orange cube here. Now remember, when you draw your graph, your categories have to be outside of your graph. This is just the category. It's to show me how many greens and how many orange. Okay? So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green, this is green, my green cubes, and I'm going to put them here, okay, to help me see and count my information. So I have 3, okay, 3, 3, I have 3 green cubes. Now, do I keep putting the rest of these cubes here? No, that's right. Why not? That's right, because they are not green. What color is that category? Good, that's orange. So then I'm going to take the orange here and I'm going to move them onto my graph. Okay? I'm going to move them onto my graph because this will help me see better how many I have of each of the cubes. Okay? All right, so here they are. I have my green cubes and my orange cubes. Now, can I see better? Now, is it better for me to see how many I have just at a glance? Yes, that's right. How many green cubes do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Do I count this cube here? That's right. We do not count this cube. This one just tells us the category. Okay? And we do not count these because these are the categories. This is just to show us how many. It's a picture to show us how many, to show us where to put our cubes. Okay? So this is, we put our green here and we put our orange here. So we know we have 3 greens. Now, can we tell how many orange we have? That's right. We can count them, right? Someone said we have 5. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Were there 5? Yes, that's right. How do you know that there's 5? That's right. 3 plus 2 is 5. Very good. Okay. Or you can just count by ones and you know that's 5, right? Now remember, we do not count this and we do not count this because those are just to show us the category. So now, what if I wanted to show here how many I had of each? So I might be able to do this. Look, I could put green here to show how many greens I have. So how many greens do I have there? So let's count. 1, 2, 3. So I could put green cubes. There are how many? 3. Good. Okay, so I'm going to write a 3 here. And then here, I'm going to put down here my orange category, or orange, how many orange cubes. And now we can count how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I could write 5 here. 5. 5. I have 3 green cubes and 5 orange cubes. Now that I have a graph, I can easily see which cubes do I have more of. Which cubes do I have more? Which one has more? That's right, 5 is more. How do you know 5 is more? That's right, because here there's 2 extras, right? So 5 is greater than 3 and 5 is more. Now, which one has less cubes? Which color has less cubes? That's right, green. How do you know green has less? That's right, because it's a smaller number than 5. It's less, 3 is less than 5. And we could tell here also, right? There's some missing here, so it's less. Okay, boys and girls, I want you to help me out now to make a new graph. Now this time, I'm going to show you these objects, okay? These are the objects that we are going to graph. So, what is the first thing that we're going to have to ask ourselves when we want to graph the information? That's right. The first thing is we need to sort. So we need to ask ourselves, how can I sort these objects? Now, they are all green. So can I sort them by color? That's right, I can't because they're all green. So I'm not going to sort them by color. They are all the same size. So can I sort them by size? No, that's not going to help me. Now, what if I sort them by maybe something else? What do you think? Yes, that's right. We can sort these by shape because these are all, they're different shapes. Now, let's take a look. Is every single one a different shape? Take a look, okay? That's right. There are only 2 shapes, 2 kinds of shapes. So how many categories are we going to have? That's right, 2. We're going to make 2 groups. We're going to make a group with what shape? Look at the shapes again. That's right. One is going to be our circles, circle categories, and our other one is going to be our what? Triangle. Good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sort them. Okay, I want you to take a look. Are they sorted correctly? Are they sorted by size? No, they are not sorted by size because they are both the same size. Are they sorted by color? No, they're not sorted by color because they're both the same color. But how are they different? That's right, there are different shapes. So we have the circles here and we have the triangles here. Okay, so now we're going to put them on our graph to graph the information, what we know now about our groups. So what do we need to first put here on our graph? That's right, the title, our two categories. And what do we have? We have circles, circles, and triangles. Okay, circles and triangles. Now, I'm not going to draw my circles here to put them in there because we already used the plates, okay? So now what we're going to do now is we are going to place them on the graph. Now remember, we are going to first, before we start placing them, we need to put down here or draw, I'm going to draw, okay, what categories I have. So I have circles, and I'm just going to draw a circle here, and I have triangles here. So I could just draw them. So circles go here and triangles go there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place them in the correct spot. So I could take these first, my circles, and I'm going to place them on my graph. So I'm going to place them on the graph. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next one and I'll place it on the graph. Okay, and then I could take the next one and place it on the graph. Okay, all right, so there are all my circles. Now I could place my triangles. Now I want you to take a look here. Okay, when I place these, am I going to place it here? Here? Why not? That's right, because that's not a circle, that's a triangle. So my triangles have to be over here where the triangles are. So I'm placing my triangles there. Okay, you check and make sure I'm putting them in the right place, okay? Very good, good eyes, guys. Okay, now let me see, I have this one here. I'm going to put it on my graph. Okay, and then I have another one here that I'm going to place on the graph. Okay, and then I have just one more that I accidentally dropped on the floor. Okay, and I'm going to put it right over here. Okay, now I know that I have all my shapes where I need them. Okay, and now what I'm going to do here is, again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my information and now see, is it easier for me to see how many circles I have? How many circles do I have, boys and girls? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we're not counting this one because this one just shows the category, okay? And when we count our triangles, the same thing. We're not counting this one. We are only counting what we have on the graph. What's outside of the graph does not get counted. Okay, so let's count to see how many triangles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay, now if we wanted to write down this information, we can. We could draw a circle here. to show how many circles do we have. And we said we had 3 circles. Okay. And then we can count to see how many triangles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 5 triangles. We draw the triangle first. Okay. And then we write the number. Okay. All right. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, oh, it was the same as the orange and green cubes and circles and triangles here, 3 and 5, right? Yeah, sometimes the objects are different, the numbers are the same, but you need to make sure you check and you read the graph in order to know how many objects of each do you have, and maybe how many you have more or how many you have less. So let's take a look here. Okay, do I have more triangles or more circles? That's right, there's more triangles. How do you know? That's right, because 5 is greater than 3. Now, do we have less circles or less triangles? That's right, less circles. And how do we know? Yes, 3 is less than 5. Very good, boys and girls. Well, I hope that when you get to work in your practice book or your practice book pages, you think about what we learned today about graphs. Okay, graphs are charts that help you write down information so that you can know quicker and easier how many of each object you have, or to sort out your information in an easier way to remember. Okay, so thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.